This was an initial hard pass for me because it triggered a couple things there. Like I think we have a cheap, potentially impatient owner, so I was worried this was we need to get someone to placate the owner. Maybe we're compromising the tank earlier than expected kind of move. That was my initial thought. Softened that a little bit to still don't love it, but could get on board with it for the right return. I assume this is the front office trying to do that thing where people try to trade the paperclip into a house after a couple years through a series of trades. I think that's what the Wizards have been trying to do with Bradley Beal is slowly flip him for a little bit more each time. So if I'm a defense and I can key in on Trae Young, the only way he probably looks better is if he's got some crazy usage or volume, which takes away from my young guys getting that usage or volume. So it's like, do you shoot yourself in the foot like to do some of these things just to try to get some potentially minimal return on him? Like building around a 5'11 guy who doesn't defend anyone seems kind of to sell out a lot of the core values they've tried to like have in mind while they've put the rest of this roster together. So to me, it's just he's not the guy. That's not the blueprint of team I would want to see them do all this work to build. But if he's willing to come here and eventually transition into some of these other, like I really have a lot of stock on Trey Johnson. I've liked how he's looked recently. Can you play those two together in your starting backcourt? I think you would get cooked on the perimeter personally, and that doesn't appeal to me in the long term. Not that Trey Johnson profiles as a bad defender, but he's also not the makeup for Trae Young kind of defender either.